You know, I grew up in Israel, and actually I was registered in agriculture school when I was about 15. I kept a little farm in the house in the city. I had beehives, so who knows? But I mean, I also loved designing cars and doodling, as I was a doodler. So I think it was a change of environment, a disorientation. But once I got to McGill, and I was young, I was 17, I just felt that's it. I just fell in love with architecture, and you know, that was it. There is an amazing turn of events that, strangely enough, mostly in Asia, in mega cities that are hard to imagine in terms of scale, things are happening. Had USIP gone into M Street or K Street or DuPont Circle, it would have been maybe an elegant office building. But by being on the National Mall facing Lincoln Memorial and the Vietnam Memorials, it becomes a statement about peace on the National Mall. It's a wonderful workspace, as all the individual offices, collective spaces for interaction. It's really a building about interaction, as they now, having moved in, recognize has changed the whole culture of the place. The Holocaust Museum in Jerusalem as maybe the toughest project I've ever had to do because of the emotional charge of it, because of the history pent up in it, because when people go there, it becomes such a emotional moment in their life experience, and for architecture to rise to that occasion and to be able to cohabit with the exhibits seemed to me like an overwhelming assignment. I'm happy to look back and feel, you know, it succeeded. I did not want a big building on the top of the mountain. I thought the mountain should stay virgin as it was. I did not want a building that felt like a building. I thought it should feel like an archaeological excavation or a quarry. I excavated into the bedrock an equivalent cut, so that looking up you see the testimonies and faces of the 3 million names that are known. And as you look into the earth, you see the rock and the water, groundwater below, and the reflections of the cone above. The concept prevailed and was realized. And it is again this moment where people come to this edge and they look at the forest of Jerusalem and the fact that there is a city evolving out there, growing out there, and life did prevail, that becomes the memorable moment for many people's visit. The Kaufman Foundation and Julia Kaufman set out to create a wonderful performing art center for Kansas City. But the site they picked was very pivotal. It's the site that connects downtown on one side and the Crown Center to the south. And it has this dramatic canyon in the center where you can enter from downtown on the axis of Central Street, which leads you right into the lobby, the main hall, and very playful with the light and very much kind of cutting this horizon line that's so much part of the Prairie experience. I say to students, you got wonderful new tools, they're terrific, the electronic tools, but there's something about thinking with a pencil or pen in hand, something of the fluidity that is precious, and not to give that up, not to lose it. Lots of buildings and places inspire me, but what I learned the most from as an architect is looking and studying and understanding design and nature. I think we need to reaffirm that there is a deep ethic to architecture. It is an ethic that we should be exploring. It should be central to our discourse. It has to do with resources. It has to do with how architecture responds to people, what it does to their lives, which is not only utilitarian, but it has to do with the uplifting of the human spirit and creating the kind of magic that give a place identity. Thank you very much.